Hey there, Aries. Here is your love reading and soul path reading for February of 2022. I do want to thank you so much for all the support as I've been going through my situation. I actually have discovered that I have an acute case of toxic hepatitis due to constantly being exposed to chemicals in my job, so my job. So that, you guys get an overall? Really? Okay. So let's get into it for you guys. What's going on this month? So apparently overall you have the Ice King, which makes sense. Okay, so that's like the King of Swords kind of energy. So being a fire sign, you would attract in an air sign, right? So that could be a Leo. A Libra. Aquarius or a Gemini. That does not necessarily mean that is their sun sign. It could be their moon, it could be their rising, it could be their Venus or their Mars, depending on how that all plays together. So it's energy that you will be feeling. So overall, so this is singles who are looking. This is singles who are okay with that. No, this is coupled. Okay, it's couples. And single and happy. All right. It's been a while since I've done these. Okay, single and looking. Your ship is coming in, but it is quite the ways off. Either that or you're getting involved in some kind of a long distance relationship. I don't know. Long distance relationships basically suck. Especially when you're a fire sign. Like, that's really hard, right? That's hard. They don't last very long that way, so eventually or quickly somebody needs to make a change, and this could be what this whole lover's choice thing is about, right? There's a need to make a change, or it could be why you're so in the Three of Swords energy, because like this whole situation is just a pain in the butt, right? If you're coupled, I'm a little concerned about this because we have this control issue showing up here. Somebody thinks they're the puppet master. Is it you? Could be your partner, but I keep seeing a boss. So it could be that you are not getting enough time with your partner because of things that are not under your control. Like other factors are manipulating the situation. So it may not actually be what's going on within your relationship, but there are outside factors that are keeping you from spending time with one another in the way you would like to. Those of you who are single are truly loving it. You have the freedom. You have the freedom to go in whatever direction you want. You aren't standing at the shore waiting for something to come in. You are allowing yourself to fly free, which is just actually beautiful energy. But I really think this coupled one, that doesn't, I mean, it could be your partner, but unless your partner could be really bossy and think that they're in charge. It has this boss, this really bossy energy. I don't like it at all. I don't like the way it feels. So I'm going to guess you don't either, because you don't like anything to tie you down or hold you down, and I don't think it'll last that way long. But let's get some advice here about how to handle. So these are the Amira's Love Oracle, Amira Salon. I don't know if she still does. She used to have a channel here on YouTube. And she was using these cards like several years ago, and I thought they were super cool, and I bought them. I don't use them very often. So you guys have another. I don't usually do overall energy on this, so it's interesting. You have not today. Avoiding a conversation, not dealing with a hurt, boundaries, still angry. Are you not dealing with something and it's time? Or are you choosing to not deal with it? because you've not processed the pain enough to have a conversation that is reasonable and rational. Wow. Aries. Insane chemistry, like each other equally, and having fun. You have the passion card. So this shift that's coming in, either you're in a long distance relationship and you guys are really into each other, or you have a relationship that's coming in that looks hot, hot, hot. That's all I hear is hot, hot, hot. Okay, so, well, this is nice, but it's interesting. So this is a puppet, right? A marionette that's on strings. And here we have ascending, which she's holding balloons and she's on strings, which actually looks a lot like this freedom card. It says here, transcending obstacles, learning, new expansion, new phase, and preparing for union. So whatever this control feature is that is stifling the relationship, it's not going to last very long. You are ascending, you are working your way through it, you're overcoming the obstacles. You know, it may have been this whole time with Venus sitting there and retrograde has really like made everything feel clogged up and stopped up. It would be a square energy to you. All those planets up there in Capricorn, that's a square to Aries energy, and so that would feel stuck and stagnant, but now things are moving forward again, and so you might find that things are really moving. Oh my God. Hey, if you're single, you keep doing what you're doing and enjoying it. We have freedom, right? We have clarity, truth, revelation, solidarity, force, honor, protection, and power, but it's a sword and a rose. Yeah, okay. Here we go. But the sword is like an air sign, and you're flying high. So there's all that blue, right, of the throat chakra, the truth. I think you are very much in tune with your own truth, and you have the abundance card coming in. And the abundance card says, keep a positive mindset, manifest exactly what you want, and you manifest it through gratitude and feeling happy by choosing to be happy, by choosing to be free. It's truly cool energy. All right. All right. Nope, no overall this time. All right, single and looking. You have peace. In the stillness, the answers will be revealed. Use, God, I think it says clear quartz. I really can't tell. Yes, okay. It's crown chakra, clear quartz, to help clear your energy. So part of the hepatitis is that it affects my eyesight. So this is interesting and totally irrelevant. I've been using a castor oil pack compress with a heating pad. And I was reading that Cleopatra used to take castor oil on a regular basis to keep her eyes cleared. She thought it made them whiter, and it did. It did. It kept her her liver from backing up and making your eyes yellow. Like, very wise, that one. All right, so peace. In stillness, the answers will be revealed. So allow time. I really feel that's what it is. Don't get stressed out about how long everything is taking. Don't get stressed out. There's a divine timing aspect at play here. For those of you who are coupled, you have all things work best in conjunction with all other things. So allowing, wow, there's strings attached, and yet things work in conjunction. So maybe it's a matter of manipulating the things working in with your partner to get on the same page in order to bring everything together. This is clear quartz, amethyst, lapis lazuli, jade, citrine, carnelian, and smoky quartz. So working with all of your chakras, bringing yourself into balance, bringing the relationship into balance, not allowing one partner or some aspect of the relationship to control the whole thing by communication, through communication. Mercury goes direct on the 3rd, thank God. It gets out of the storm on the 9th, and that means it still feels like it's in retrograde until the 9th. And then on the 24th, it's out of its shadow. So the communication aspect should be clearing up. Venus clears her shadow March 3rd. So and she'll be in conjunction with Mars, your ruling planet, as they move into Aquarius, which is a lot of clear thinking and taking action. And so this is just kind of the clearing the way this month. And then you have here for those of you who are single and loving it, you have security. So you have the root chakra, garnet. Garnet is a very heavy weighted stone. Definitely, garnet there's a richness to it. There's a richness. Security, to feel more secure, deepen your connection with nature. So get out, go for a walk, connect with spirit that way. Allow yourself, oh, you know what's interesting? You have you flying high here, and then they send you a root chakra. So stay grounded. Stay grounded, practice grounding. Even if you just sit on the floor and you imagine that you have roots growing out down into Mother Earth and securing you in that place, because you feel like you're so happy. Are you paying attention to all of the things and staying grounded in the practical? As above, so below. If you're trying to manifest and bring something in, it's feeling the joy and the happiness of what it'll feel like, but then it's manifesting, right? The Eight of Pentacles, bringing it back in and actually doing the work, grounding it in something solid and secure. All right, soul path. Let's get onto the soul path here. So I woke up this morning and said, I'm going to do like 5 different videos. No, I could tell right now it's not going to happen. Maybe I'll get Taurus done today too. Okay, forgiveness came flying out head first. I acknowledge that harboring resentment blocks the flow of love. I am the same as everyone, but with different challenges. Envy is a really dangerous thing. The truth is that we are all limitless creators and manifestors. We all have the ability to do this. And when we focus on the fact that somebody else is doing it and they're getting stuff and you want that stuff, and you allow that to disrupt your attitude, even if for a moment, practice thinking about it this way. I am really happy for them that they are so successful. And I know if they can do it. Because a lot of times it's like, how does that person who's such a jackass have all the good stuff? Okay, here's the truth. If they can do it and they're a jackass, how much more should you be able to accomplish because you're not a jackass, right? So it's a switching up of the mindset of saying, okay, yeah, you know what? So they are doing these things and they have these things, but anything you can do, I can do also. I don't want to say do better because it's not a competition. It should be inspiration to you that anybody can manifest, and you're always manifesting, but you manifest through your positive attitude. And jackasses, let's face it, they walk through the world thinking they own the thing, and that's why they manifest so much. So I don't want to say be a jackass, but be a little bit of a peacock. Strut your stuff. Go out there and do that. The forgiveness is forgiving yourself and others. That is that. Remember decluttering. Where is it? The decluttering here so that you are traveling lightly for your journey moving forward, right? You don't want to be weighed down. Forgiveness isn't something we do for other people. It's something we do for ourselves. We say, okay, you know what? I choose to throw unconditional love all over this situation, and in doing so, I'm blessing you, yes. But mostly, I'm freeing myself. I'm blessing myself to be open to new opportunities and things coming in, and look, you have the peace. So what's interesting to me is that I feel as though these cards line up with the heart situation here, because we have the peace here showing up I am a being of love and I release all negative energy, which is definitely about forgiveness, but this freedom. Through forgiveness, you will experience freedom. And are you being controlled by your envy of what other people have? And so even though these feel like this was a love portion, it feels like it's about the life portion too, of things that are in the distance that we want to come to us. If we have peace with the fact that anything that is truly is ours, that ship is coming to us, then and relax into the energy and allow for the divine timing and just feel passionate and joy about what we want. Through the passion and joy, we will expand and we will ascend and we will create what we want, and all the abundance of the universe is open to us when we release the negative thought patterns we have around us versus them, and so did such and such. I was talking to my nephew the other day about his health, and he said, well, that's my mother's fault because she got me addicted to sweets when I was a kid. I said, you're 28 years old. You are a grown-ass adult. Why don't you start taking responsibility for your own actions? So my nephew changed the conversation. Why? Because he knows I'm right. So you can only blame your mom when you're actually living there. After a while, you have to start doing your own stuff. Any other messages? Okay. Just saying. God, I love spirit so much. Okay, we are in the winter season here in the Northern Hemisphere. It may or may not be winter where you are if you're watching this. But the winter says to take care of your needs, to pull your energy in, to understand that you are important. And so decluttering your life to get ready and prepare for this new journey, to take care of yourself and what you need, to get rooted and grounded in what your needs are in order to be met. This is that season. We're coming up to the equinox. That's the season of growth. So even though everything seems like it's a long ways away and it's not happening very fast, it's happening on divine timing right now. It's about getting your ducks in a row. The energy is going to totally speed up by the time we get into March. I can't express enough to myself and to others the need to get your taxes done now, because all of a sudden you're going to look up and it'll be April 14th. Because once we hit that last week of February, it is like we are on a slip and slide and we're just going down fast. And I don't mean going downhill as much as things that the gravity and the quickness with the speed with which things are going to be moving. So there's another gear coming, and it's coming quickly. And I felt like January moved quickly. February is going to feel even faster. It's a shorter month by 3 whole days, but on top of that, the planets are all moving forward. Things are not retrograde anymore. It's getting faster. We have the heart guardian. Love and let yourself be loved. You will attract to you what you put out into the world. In all areas and aspects of your life, we have the energy exchange to create abundance. So the card that went flying out that didn't feel like it was part of the reading at all when I picked it up, it was like, no, it belongs on the ground, was the Four of Pentacles, which is about hanging tightly onto your own resources and not freely giving. And so I see it kind of coming up here. Love and let yourself be loved in this trade or exchange energy to create abundance. So I can say this because you're in my membership portal. On YouTube, I put out a lot of energy, and I don't get enough energy back through the form of comments and likes. And so that is why I had to open up a membership portal, among other things, was to try to energetically balance how much I'm putting in, because time, money, knowledge, wisdom, these things are all resources that we all have. And so there needs to be an exchange. So if you do something for somebody, they have to give you something back, not necessarily the same thing, but otherwise it becomes so imbalanced that the teeter-totter becomes a problem. So look around your life. Where are you putting out more, right? This control card that showed up here. Where are you putting out more that you need to be receiving also back? Because obviously you're working very hard right now. The effort you put in should be reciprocated in some form. So if you're working really hard toward a goal, you want to buy a house, and so you're working very hard on managing your finances and saving up money and everything. The payout comes when you get the house. So that balances out the amount of energy you're putting in on this side in order to bring this in, right? So if you are, it's just any kind of exchange in a relationship. I forget who it was, but it was years ago. Like I want to say it was like 25 years ago. I was in Tampa at Tony Dungy spoke at this conference too, but he wasn't the speaker that said what I'm going to say. He was talking about the fuel tank of love in a relationship, and that it's really important that you are constantly topping off that tank so that when the time comes, when something comes up, like the big business trip or the big opportunity or something where it pulls so much of your energy that you can't be topping off that tank, there is reserves, right? People will give you a break if it's a once in a while thing. But if over time you are taking more out of a relationship than you are putting in, you eventually deplete the other relationship and there is no balance, and that's when relationships of all kind fall apart. People will take a job for the pay, right? They will. But they won't stay if they don't feel appreciated. Time and time again, I have witnessed this. And so I've done management since I was 19 years old, and that was something I recognized right away. I didn't want to work anywhere where people did not appreciate me. I have left high-paying jobs or given up clients who paid me a lot of money, because just because you pay me the money doesn't mean you appreciate me. And if you treat me like crap, I'm out of here. I can't tell you how important that is to people in all kinds of relationships. So work relationships, your family relationships, your friendships. People are like, oh, we don't even talk to each other for years, and then we get together and it's like nothing. And no time has passed. And there are some of those relationships, but those are very few and hard to come by. And honestly, is that true? Because I mean, if they need you, do you pick up the phone and answer? And if the answer is yes, I always pick up the phone, then it's okay. But just remember, all relationships require balance. And here's something that's amazing. You have this Queen of Pentacles in your environment and an opportunity to really grow something, right? And we have the lady who is the Empress. Remember I said I felt like this Empress energy was coming off of this Queen of Cups? Here she shows up. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. Enjoy growth and reap rewards. So energy put in, nurturing, caring, that goes into any situation that you're trying to create abundance in, whether it's a relationship, your connection to spirit, your finances, whatever it is. Energy in equals energy out. So put the energy in, because everything you have going here shows me that there's so much potential and possibility for growth. There is a need to release and let go of what does not work, to create space for things to grow and be nurtured. In the fall, everything is released and let go, like the Tower, right? That's like a fall card. And then you have the Winter card where you allow things to kind of rest. But now look, you're moving through that energy and the new journey is coming. But first you need to do a little decluttering. Declutter emotionally, the forgiveness, the envy, the disappointment. Find the peace. That's the going within. That's the nurturing. That's the taking. That's the self-care that creates the space. So open up your heart, love yourself enough, take care of yourself. That's the Winter card, so that you can then put out into the world stuff that allows you to reap the rewards and exchange in a much more equitable way. So you can create abundance in your life in whatever aspect, and it can be in all aspects, because you have limitless abundance available to you. All right, that was a lot. Spirit was going. Okay. Are we done? Okay. All right. So you guys have a really fabulous month. I will be doing the 9-card spread for the mid-months. But if there is a special topic or something, and you can just put it in the comment section below on this video or any of the ones that are in the portal, you guys definitely get my time and my priority, because you are exchanging energy with me. And so I want to give you So when I worked for TGI Fridays, we had this thing called A plus. Did you A plus the guest? And that's really how I want you guys to feel like, oh my God, I don't think I pay her enough. I'm okay with that. I never want anyone to think, oh my God, she's just not worth it. So let me know what it is you want and what you need. And ooh, don't forget, Monday the 31st, we are going to do the Monday Night Live. And I'm really excited about that. I will put the link in at 6:30. Please check in as soon as possible so that I know that it's working. Because I would really like to start the conversation, a few minutes before 7 and allow people to get there. But I want to make sure that the link works, because usually with Zoom, what I do is I send it to people's emails, and I don't have everyone's email, so I can't do that. So I don't have to copy and paste the link in and put it in there, and I'm hoping that it works. So I'll find out together. All right. So you guys take good care, and I will talk to you soon.